Alright, game number 3, the deciding game in this group stage between Pasta and Josenblad. We have Pasta on the Byzantines. A classic. All-rounder serve, good wherever you play it, good on water, good on land, defensive with castles. You can never go wrong with Byzantines. Hosen, though. Spanish, which have been sniped a few times, so taken out of the draft pool. Obviously, fast castle into Conquistador is very strong. Can put castles down really quick with their builders work faster. Gold per technology. Blacksmith upgrades cost no gold. Can get into gunpowder late if it goes late. But you just remind people of Byzantine advantages. More hit points on buildings, great for castle wars. Their trash units cost less. And they can get to Imperial Age really quickly with lower cost to age up to Imperial. And fire ships and Romans attack faster. So good on a water map like this. Now, I haven't played this map. I've only seen this map played once. It is worth noting that there are shorefish along this part of the coast. I think players can utilize the mill and fishing villages a bit more. Because this is free food. You don't need to place farms down as much early on because of this income that you got right here. And, it makes Dravidians really nice with the extra fisherman capacity. But yes, need to dock this map, of course, to get the fish as well. Could be some interesting fast castle strategies because of all those resources. Just like Arena, though, you got the relics in the middle, which are important. There's only there's 5 of them. So a map like Fortified Clearing, which is, in a way similar, because you can come around the back on water here. On Fortified Clearing, you can come around the back on land. But on Fortified Clearing, you've got relics on the outside. So Fortified Clearing has a lot of relics. There are only 5 on this map. Pass is going for a dock. Hosen's going for a dock. And I don't know. I think both probably want to go for a fast castle, and Pasta might even want to go for a fast Imperial, I'm not sure. So we could be in the Dark Age, in the, the booming part of this game for a little bit. But we'll see how it plays out. My strategy is, I'm terrible at arena maps. So whenever I play arena, I try to make it not an arena game and go for early aggression. I like to play humans, get the feudal age siege workshop down and go for rams, make them panic, break in, and just turn the game on its head. Pretty risky strategy, and if I'm being honest, does it work all that much? Not as much as I would like. But if I stay behind walls and boom, I just know other players can do it so much better. They know the timing's better than me. I'll probably have a bit of idle TC time that they won't. So it's a lose-lose for me. But Pasta picked this as his home map, so he should be comfortable here. But interestingly enough, he won on Badlands, which is a chaotic map. And Coastal Arena is very much not a chaotic map, so very contrasting styles here, if he was to win on this map. one thing I haven't seen in the previous game that I cast this is aggression on water. I think that might be because you have to travel so far around to get to the boats, which is not ideal. So in a way, the fishing is kind of free, at least for a long time. But we'll see if that changes up here. But after getting rid of his stragglers, needs a bit of extra wood for whatever he's going to go into next, whether that be farms or aggression. We'll see. But yeah, I just think aggression could be underrated here because let's say that he goes for farms with these villagers, which it looks like he's going to start doing. Imagine if you just sent these villagers to fish. Even though it might be inefficient, right? Because they got to walk quite a distance. If you sent them to fish, delay the farms, put all those resources into aggression, I think you could take your opponent off guard really nicely. Get to an immediate castle age, go into siege workshop and, you know, some kind of military behind that, and what are they going to do? They're not going to be prepared for it. That's what I would do. That's how I would approach this map as a non-arena player. But yeah, typical stuff. Market blacksmith here for Hosen, and market coming down here for pastor. I can only assume a blacksmith. Yes. So no surprises there. No surprises there at all. It's all about what they're going to do once they get the castle though, because both have the resources basically to go up, or they're not far away at least. It's all about that castle age timing. Hosen's already there. Pastor's there. So only a 5-second difference. And this is the stuff I never can pull off. Is, you know, you got to get these timings down to a fine art, which I just can never do. I can never do it. And even getting these economy ticks and knowing when to get them. Only getting economy ticks now, which in my opinion I think is kind of crazy. Villager and scout going to take out that opposing scout, and Path is looking to outpost the middle to see if anything unexpected is going to come. Barracks for Pastor. No military production buildings yet for Hosen. It is on stone though, which is very much expected because we're thinking about conquistadors. Byzantines are going to go for something a little more standard with, I'm going to say, or predict skirmishes here to counter the conquistadors would be my best bet. But barracks here for Hosen, so does still need the barracks of course eventually, and it's going to get it here. And if we were going to go for like the perfect timing, it's not quite there because we're only halfway to a castle really. We're going into TCs for Pastor. I think Hosen will delay TCs. Go for 1 TC Conquistadors. Interesting visuals on the farms that they kind of turn out round on this terrain. Okay, so monks and conquistadors, most likely. Here are the monks, the Spanish Inquisition monks. They're going to come out here for these relics. And 3 TCs for passes. So if he's able to get away with this, if the pressure doesn't come in fast for Hosen with, say, a very forward castle, then it could be rough. And, you know, going for conquistadors, I might think that it will be a safe castle so that you can secure yourself a production building for your conquistadors. But I think it needs to be risky and go forward and take that risk, even if it means the castle goes down. Gotta take that risk. There's actually a fire back here for Pasta, and I think that's underrated. Like, just one fire ship back here is so annoying. Yeah, this is just so annoying. Because then you have to produce fire galleys of your own. It makes you delay whatever else you were doing. He's had the stone for quite a while and had to focus on taking care of this. Which, yeah, you just don't want to do. We'll see if this fire catches up with this fire. And gonna still have 2 fire galleys there on fish. All the while, Hosen's come forward to the castle though. But it's going to be much less able to sustain whatever he wants to do without these fishing ships. So that's crucial. He dropped this castle right underneath an outpost. I would have liked to see this a little bit more forward. But of course he probably doesn't know this gold is here at all. But if he came here, this gold would be denied. Body blocks on the monk to get to hit it. These arrows just going nowhere. So somehow that monk dodges all those arrows to get the relic home. They're going to put it in. Where are they going? Where are they going? He's got a death wish. Got to get villagers on that spearman to be. That's so annoying. Finally goes in. But we've got conquistadors on the way. We've got a TC out in the arena. These fire ships still doing work. More galley coming in and is going to pop out with these fire ships. I think there's an overinvestment because Pastor will not be building any more ships whatsoever. Pastor's going to go for his own risky strategy. He's going to come out here, secure these lumps of gold and stone. He's going to just forget that this castle even exists. And I don't know if he even saw those villages go. I think they went on that slither of darkness. And it's not going to see this planted, but once the foundation comes down, he's going to see it, and he does see it. Conquistadors come forward. There's monks here. Conquistadors, very inaccurate, of course. But I think they all targeted the same unit. Maybe that was the issue. But a lot of dead villagers here for Pasta. It's going to be close. This villager blocks himself in. Conquista goes down, so that villager is safe. It's going to be a solo effort, basically, from this villager. Castle goes down. That was epic. Really good stuff there from Pasta. That was amazing. I mean, it was pretty dicey, pretty risky. But you gotta respect the risk taking, and you gotta take risks in these tournaments at some point. So it pays off for him, and he's withstand the conquistador pressure. All the while he's had 3 TCs, booming on 3 TCs. He's got another TC on the way, villager advantage. 4 fire galleys coming round, take on these boats. Needs to see this. Hasn't controlled over there. He's just pushed his fire galleys this way. They will turn around eventually and fight back, and they do now. And there they go. So no chance of water pressure coming back this way. It's all for 3 fishing boats, so not too many. And this is going to be rough because Byzantine castles are of course stronger than regular castles. Conquistadors finally come through, attack gold villages. That's going to be an issue, especially if it's not spotted. So that's unfortunate. Actually, Hosen is going to take the villager lead with those kills. Unlucky not to get a conversion there. I would have liked to have seen a tower down here. And even some skirmishes. I think you need skirmishes whenever you're up against Spanish, because you know that this is going to come. Here it is. Yeah, fire galley is going to be really annoying back here. Conquistadors annoying back here, and we're not on the TC yet. Now we are. What is the response to Conquistadors? We still don't have skirmishes. We're not producing any military, it would seem. There's the conversion. Monk will go back to hide. Very well done. Takes out Conquistador. So 2 of those Conquistadors down. I think we're going to go immediately into trebuchets. Yes. That's a good strategy. There is a safe castle. Conquistador goes down to TCs. As we hear the annoying Discord noises in the background. Apologies. But this has turned into a great game. Pass has gone up in villager lead again. But I really think once these trebuchets come out, it's going to be rough here for the Spanish player, as he has nothing to really combat this. 40 seconds and he'll be in Imperial as well, of course. Trebuchet going to be produced over here for this castle. This is only going to be 1 trebuchet on this side. No, another one produced there. Funnily enough, I think we have 2 conquistadors. We had 2 conquistadors. Might be converted back. So the trader is going to be... What is it? Oh, I forgot about these noises. Thank you, T-West, for the raid. Highly appreciate it. I forgot I had the chicken noises as my raid noise, because I have never had a raid before. Very much appreciated. That's very lovely. But yeah, we are here in this deciding game between Pastor and Josenblad in the T90 Community Cup. And Pastor has got to Imperial first. And he's got trebs out on Josenblad's castles. Conquistador play hasn't necessarily worked out for him. Got a few kills here and there. But didn't get enough early damage on. Desperate repairing here for Hosen. Can't keep up with the Treb fire. Trebs on this castle. Looks to be transitioning into night. But it's going to need to get more production buildings for that to actually pose any threat. They're still knights, they're not cavalier. And there we go. Pastor is victorious. Hosen did not see a path to victory. And that is Pastor for the win. Really well executed. Really risky here with the castle, but I think it was that really paid it off. So for those who just joined us, I think that's the critical moment of the game. We're just going to briefly rewind. Maybe you can do it on the... Do we have a little wheel back here? Something like this? Yeah. So let's go there and find that exact spot rather than making you put up with that. As we now have to go forward, but expected this Spanish castle to come forward for Josenblad, which is exactly what happened. And Pastor just completely ignores it. Conquistador, Spanish, forward castle, doesn't matter. Don't have to deal with this. Let's try something else. Forward castle here. Ridiculously ballsy play. I thought that this was not going to pay off with the Conquistadors. A knight here as well. Tower. Not that many villages left. Even a monk for healing here for Pastor, so it all went down. Villager walls in. Conquist goes down, and now there's no way that this castle doesn't go up. Gave him that forward position, and you know he just got it from there. Booming 3 TCs behind this. Really good stuff there from Pastor, and well-deserved victory. So well played, well played. Yes, and as I look at my chat now, T-West, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the raid.